Imagine you're a woman in Japan. It's the beginning of the modern internet era and you just signed up for MeTube. You start your first stream and quickly gain a cult following. In just a month, you could be a prophet overdosing on LSD. You might be on the street, you might be dead, or you might be the most successful streamer alive. This is Needy Streamer Overload, a game where you play as a producer for this girl named Ame and see the consequences of your actions. Ame is two people. She is Ame and she is her internet persona, OMG Kawaii Angel-Chan, but for short, it's K-Angel because I don't want to fucking say that again. K-Angel's branding is all about, obviously, angels. K-Angel is the self-proclaimed angel of the internet. She's here to be someone new and unique and to cleanse the internet of the, well, you know. Offline, Ame lives the American dream, doing sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and only one of those isn't true. If you can't tell yet, there is a lot to talk about in this game. I mean, there's a reason I have 12 hours of playtime on a game that barely takes an hour to beat. This game has 27 endings, and most of them aren't that good for Ame's future. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the gameplay of Needy Streamer Overload, then we'll talk about some of the endings. Needy Streamer Overload is a point-and-click simulator game where you select options for Ame to do, each taking up between 1 to 3 portions of a day. Each day begins at noon and ends at night. The goal is to set up for your stream during the day and then actually stream at night. Do this by partaking in activities like going into the city, playing video games, and looking through the interwebs. You also need to manage 3 different stats: stress, mental darkness, and affection, to make sure each day is in balance so Ame doesn't go insane or break up with you. Because going insane is on the same level as being broken up with. Yep. At night, you get to choose one of 12 different things to stream, each of which being unlockable by doing different things in the day, such as Let's Play being unlocked by gaming, Nerd Talk being unlocked by watching anime, and Conspiracy Theories being unlocked by doing drugs. Did I mention you can do drugs in this game? Each stream has a follower multiplier between 1x and 50x, as well as a bonus to stats like Gamer Girl, which increases your follower multiplier while streaming games. Streams can also increase your mental darkness and stress, or decrease your affection. So finally, we can talk about some of the endings. Let's talk about Fallen Angel, because I can't avoid it forever. So, let's get the elephant out of the room. Fallen Angel is obtained by doing quote-unquote sexy streams. I'm not going to say that again for the rest of the video, because it already took me a minute just to say that once. And because of course, these are the most lucrative streams of all, starting at a base 30x follower multiplier. The game intentionally baits you into doing these streams, tempting you with the allure of followers at the cost of Ame's dignity and mental health. In the ending, it's implied that Ame does some incredibly lewd things, and is banned from MeTube as a result. The game wants you to get this ending, to teach you a lesson about Ame, but also about yourself. That you and Ame will do anything for fame. Happy End World is obtained by keeping your affection high, keeping your mental darkness down, and not having any mental breakdowns, and having over 1 million followers. Which, easier said than done. Ame celebrates with you and then starts a stream on her own, revealing that she bought a fancy house, and posts her streaming schedule for the week, revealing that she's doing all these lavish things for content. And everything's fine. You reached your goal. Congrats. On the flip side, Painful Future is obtained by having 5 mental breakdowns, where on the fish she starts her stream by smoking weed, and is promptly banned. So, Normie Life is one of the most interesting endings to me because of how you get it. Most of the other endings in the game come from doing something wrong, such as ignoring Ame or focusing too much on love instead of actually having a job. But you get this ending by having 0 mental darkness. What happens is that Ame quits streaming to become a normie. She goes back and gets her certification. And it makes you wonder why this happens when you do something good for Ame. Why does Ame only quit when you help her? As I said before, it's mentioned that Ame is quitting to go back to school for certification for some kind of job. But why would she start streaming if she already had a career path she wants more? We can tell that she wants us more because you only get this ending while Ame is happy. This ending has nothing to do with being stressed or having a high follower count. It's just about getting down her mental darkness, and it begs the question, does Ame not want to be a streamer? Welcome to my religion. What a name for an ending. This ending is literally Ame starting a cult and promising to kill 10% of the population to fix the internet, quote unquote. Ame wants to fix the internet. Here's where we can talk another one of Ame's defining character traits, which is her lofty goals, expectations, and general childishness. She expects her alone to be able to solve the internet's problems and humanity in general, but she doesn't exactly realize that she doesn't, and mind you, she is mostly high during this, but even then. This ending is accompanied by a childlike drawing of an angelic angel surrounded by happy children, a rainbow, and wildlife. Talk about a cult following. Unhappy End World is the opposite of Happy End World, obviously, and it's obtained by keeping Ame's affection high, her mental darkness down, not having any mental breakdowns, and having over 1 million followers. And then, because this is a different... Ame celebrates with you, starts the stream revealing your house, and posts her streaming schedule for the week. Huh? So I lied. Happy End World is actually obtained by doing everything I said before, not twice, but turning off your real-life internet connection. This is, by far, one of the best uses of video games as a medium, because you have to turn off your real-world internet connection to disconnect from the fake internet, and I love that. Anyways, Ame disconnects from the internet, leaving the internet in shambles for some reason, and all her fans leave the internet to go and get jobs. What makes Ame happy isn't being a streamer, and we know this by now. Ame doesn't want to be a streamer, but she knows she can make money off of this. By disconnecting her from the internet, you free her from her prison. And the next ending really shows that as well. Utopian Parody is obtained by having at least 50,000 and 1 million followers and affection over 80 on day 30, or having at least 60 affection and 60 mental darkness by day 15. In both versions, Ame will end up blocking you, and the ending text says, "These numbers are not enough to satisfy her." Ame doesn't care about making content she loves. She cares about making the number grow bigger and bigger. She wants money and fame and doesn't care about how she actually gets there. Ame as a character is deeply flawed. She's unstable. Her mental health fluctuates, and most problems in her life are caused by impulsivity and herself. The choice to be a streamer instead of getting a job she loves, the choice to not quit when it starts to affect her mental health, and the choice to put her life in the hands of one person. But Ame isn't just unstable. She's also introspective, cunning, and smart. She knows exactly what she is doing and what she has done. In many endings, Ame laments about how nobody who watches her content is actually there to support her, and how ignorant humans can't handle their responsibility. She understands the game and has been playing it from the start. Throughout the entire game, there's a file hidden behind Ame's webcam called secret.txt. Ame leaves this in plain sight, never letting you open it, but still making sure you can see it. Ame chooses to take breaks sometimes. Ame chooses to break up. Ame makes you feel like you're in control, but you never really are, and never were. The internet is a power fantasy. We're all out here to spread our opinions, to think we're special, but we're not. Ame knows she's not special, and that's what makes her special. She is the internet angel, here to tell us that none of this ever mattered. It's all just a game. In the final ending of the game, the grand finale, after getting every other achievement, Ame takes over. She begins to play the game by herself, and she does good. Like, really good. At the end of the month, she finally gets up, walks away from her computer, and leaves you alone so she can pursue a better life. Finally, you can open secret.txt. Secret.txt reveals that you were never a real person. Ame created you in order to be the quote-unquote perfect marriage material and producer, and you weren't good enough for her. Attached is a childlike drawing, and here's where we talk about Ame's final character trait again. Her childishness. Ame has childish ideals. She wants to make the world better and thinks she can do that through MeTube. She thinks she can do anything, and sometimes it manifests in illusions of grandeur, sometimes in meltdowns about godhood, and most of all, Ame wants nothing more but to be loved. Loved by fans, loved by a partner, and loved by all. But in the end, she never got any of those. No matter how many followers Ame has, it doesn't change the fact that all she wants is love. and she will never get love as long as she keeps reaching for it. As Ame says in the Dark Angel ending, the internet was the forbidden fruit that sunk humanity to the lowest depths of depravity. I should just destroy everything. I should wreck it before it wrecks me. One of my classmates reached out to me wanting a shout out on this video. Well, they didn't know what this video is about, but I knew what this video is about. And so I'm going to shout you out, but I just want to say that maybe you should destroy it before it destroys you. Go subscribe to @ShariBreadMans. Their videos are on the screen. Pretty good content, link in the description, yada yada, whatever the fuck. Okay, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Where was I? Okay. I should just destroy everything. I should wreck it before it wrecks me. Maybe that's what we need to do. Leave behind our own illusions of grandeur and live a comfy life, not a flashy one. As time goes on, I question if I want to do YouTube anymore. I've had dreams of a comfy life, one where I live in a cozy suburban house with my partner and a cat. I work a stay-at-home job, maybe as a psychologist. I just get to enjoy each day talking with clients and just being able to be happy. I want to be happy. I want to be happy, and I don't know if YouTube is part of that. Thanks for watching. Go subscribe to @ShariBreadMans. Their videos are on the screen. Pretty good content, link in the description, yada yada.